Now see here next, so before what we did, so how to draw a line segment given measure. So whatever the given measurement of a line segment, how to construct, how to draw. So using a ruler, that we learn. So then now how to measure a line segment, given line segment using a ruler. So this is a line segment, AB is a line segment is given, then how to measure. So this is our ruler. So first we have to take a ruler and we have to keep a ruler like this. The initial point, we keep our initial point at 0 like this. So initial point at 0 and the last point where it coincide, that we have to check. So here we have to keep our scale like this, and after that we have to check. So where the second point coincide on a scale 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Here at 25, second point coincide, means from A to B, that is from 0 to 25. The initial point, we have to keep initial point at 0. So initial point should coincide with 0 on a scale, and after that second point where it coincide we have to check. So at 25, here at 25 it coincide. So it means 0 to 25 means the length of a line segment is 25 centimeters. Then after that remove your scale and write here 25 centimeters, 25 centimeters. Okay, it is very simple method to measure. Okay. Now in activity 2, so draw the line segment of the length. The first one 4 centimeters given, 4 centimeters line segment, draw. So first we have to keep a scale, we have to hold scale on a paper. So then first we keep a point, we mark a point at 0 on a scale. This is initial point, considered as A, and the next point at 4. Where is 4 on scale? Here we have 4. This is our second point, second end point. So there you marked as B. Now you join A to B with a scale. Okay. So this is a line segment. This is a line segment of length AB. So that is 4 centimeters. Now you remove this scale. Okay. Now after that here 6 centimeters we have to draw. So again we have to take a scale and keep scale on a paper, and first we mark a point at 0. So that first initial point should coincide with 0 of a scale. So that is the point is P. Initial point you take as, so we took as P, and the second where here 6 is there we mark one more point. Here the point is another point Q. Now we join PQ. PQ is a line segment of 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters length of this line segment. Okay. Now here 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters means again we have to keep a scale on a paper, and after that we keep initial point at 0 and the last point at 9. Where is 9 on a scale? There you mark second end point. So now you take this as L and the second as M, that is your wish. Whatever alphabet you want to take, then take. And now you join L and M. This is the length of a line segment 9 centimeters. Now you remove this scale, then this line segment of length 9 centimeter you can form. And here 13 centimeter. So here initial point at 0, the initial point should coincide with 0 of a scale, and the final point should coincide with at 13. Here we have 13. So then this point as C and D. Now join CD line segment. This is CD line segment 13 centimeters. 13 centimeter. After that remove scale. Okay. Then you will get 13 centimeter line segment. Now here 7 centimeter. 7 centimeter means initial point. So we have to take 0 of a scale. Then 7 centimeter. The second point at 7. Here we have 7. Okay. This point as X. This point as Y. So now you join X and Y. X and Y line segment. This is a line segment XY, that is 7 centimeters. Now after that remove your scale, then you will get 7 centimeters length of line segment. This is the method to construct your line segment using ruler. Okay, just you keep a ruler and initial point we keep at 0 of a scale, then the final point whatever the centimeters given, there one more point we have to keep, and after that we join the two points, then you will get the required length of a line segment. Now next here, so in the next bit measure the length of line segment. Line segment is already given, then how to measure? So this is line segment is given, then how to measure? So we take a scale and we have to keep a scale like this. So the first point should coincide with 0 and the end point where it coincide, here it ends, it coincide after 6, after 6 means 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 5 millimeters means 6 centimeters, 5 millimeters. The length of this line segment is 6 centimeters, 5 millimeters, or otherwise 6.5 centimeters, 6.5 centimeters. Already 6 is there, after that 5 small lines. 5 small lines means 5 millimeters. So how to represent? 6.5 centimeters. Okay. So in this way we have to measure. So just whatever is there, so there we have to take a scale and keep on a line segment. The first point, initial point should coincide with 0 and we have to see where the final point coincide on a scale. So from 0 to that is the length of line segment. After 6 more 5 millimeters are there, so that is 6.5 millimeters. The first one length is 6.5 millimeters. Okay. Now the second line segment. This is the second line segment is given. So again we have to keep a ruler, so in such a way that initial point should coincide with this 0 and after that where the second end point coincide. See here, once you check where it coincide, after 8, 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, where it coincide? 8.7. It means 8, after 8 7 millimeters, it means 8 centimeters, 7 millimeters, 7 millimeters, 8 centimeter, 7 millimeter, then how to write? 8.7 centimeters also. Okay. So how many small lines, that also we have to count, that is millimeters. So then 8.7 millimeters. Okay. Here one more line segment is given. So in this line segment, so here this is initial point, this is final point. So initial point is should coincide with 0 and after that where the final point coincide? Final point coincide at 12, means from 0 to 12. The length of a line segment is 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters. It is 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters. So then after that more two questions, similar questions were there. So in that way, so using a ruler, so measure the line segment length and write in that box, and on number on line segment also we have to write. So what is the length of that two line segments? Okay, that is your home assignment. Yes students, in the fun time in your textbook, once you see in your textbook in the fun time what he has given. So what are more, curve lines or line segments in the picture? In your textbook, see in fun time, so what are more, so curve surface, curve lines or line segments he has given. So in that flowers are given and branches are given and leaves are given. So all this means flowers, leaves, branches, these are having curve lines only. So it means maximum we have curve lines only. So we don't have line segment. If we compare line segments and curve line in these two pictures, curve lines are more. Curve lines are more than the line segments. So we have to compare, we have to see whether the curve lines are more or line segments are more. Here curve lines are more. Why? Flowers are in curve shape and after that branches are in curve shape and leaves are in curve shape. So maximum leaves, branches, flowers, so all these are in curve shape. So that is why here curve lines are more than the straight lines. Okay. Now next concept, plane figures. It means about plane geometry we are going to discuss. So what are the plane figures in geometry? Here in plane geometry, flat shapes like lines, circles, triangles, all this comes under plane geometry. Flat surfaces, a circle is a flat surface, triangles are flat surface, and rectangles are flat surface, squares are flat surface. All this comes under plane geometry. All this comes under plane geometry. So all these shapes are two-dimensional in shape. Two-dimensional in shape. So circle, square, parallelogram, rhombus, square, triangle, all these flat surfaces comes under plane geometry, and all these shapes are two-dimensional in shape. Okay. Now about one by one we are going to discuss. First about triangle. What is a triangle? So this is a triangle. This is a triangle. Triangle is three-sided closed geometrical figure. Three-sided closed geometrical figure. So in this triangle we have three vertices. This is vertex A, vertex B and vertex C. Three vertices we have and three legs. AC is one leg, CB is one leg and AB is one leg. These legs are also called sides. So how many sides or legs we have? AB, BC, CA. Three vertices, three sides are legs and three angles. Angle A, angle B and angle C. Three angles. Three sides are legs, three vertices, three angles we have. So this angle is called vertex angle and these two angles are also called base angles. Base angles. So this is about triangle. Triangle is a three-sided closed geometrical figure. In that we have three sides, three vertices and three angles. Okay. Base angles are called base angles and this is also called vertex angle. This is also called vertex angle. This is about triangle. This is a flat surface, triangular flat surface. The next one, rectangle. What is a rectangle? So this is a rectangle. So this type of closed geometrical figure is a rectangle. So this is called length and this is the breadth. This is length and this is breadth. So in this is four-sided flat shape. How many sides? This is first side, this is second side, this is third side and this is fourth side. Four-sided flat surface. This is. So interior angle. In this interior angles are 90. This is 90 and this angle is also 90 degrees. This angle also 90 degrees. This angle also 90 degrees. All angles are 90 degrees. All angles are 90 degrees and opposite sides means this side and this side are equal and parallel. These two sides are parallel and equal and these two sides are parallel and equal. So these two opposite sides are parallel and equal and these two opposite sides are parallel and equal. Okay. So this is about rectangle. What is a rectangle? Rectangle is a four-sided closed flat surface. Flat surface. In rectangle, interior angles, interior four angles are equal, so that to 90 degrees each. Okay. And in rectangle, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this type of closed geometrical surface is called rectangle. Okay. Now about square. So what is a square? A square is a flat shape, four-sided closed geometrical flat surface is a square. So in we have four sides are equal. So this side, this side, this side, this side. Four sides are equal. In square, four sides are equal, but in rectangle, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Here also opposite sides are parallel and equal and also four sides equal. Okay. And here interior angles, all four interior angles are equal to 90 degrees. Each angle is 90 degrees like in rectangle. Like in rectangle. Okay. In square, square is a four-sided closed figure. In that four angles are equal to 90 degrees and four equal sides we have, four equal sides, four equal angles. So four sided closed geometrical figure, and opposite sides are parallel, also equal in square. So this is about square. Now circle. Circle is a shape with all points same distance from center. Suppose this is the center. From center all the points on the circle are equidistant. Distance is equal from center. Okay. All the points on the circle are equidistant from the center. Suppose this is B point, this is C point, this is D point, this is E point, this is F point. A to E is suppose 3 centimeters, B to D also 3 centimeters, A to B also 3 centimeters, A to C also 3 centimeters. All the points on the circle are equidistant from the center. From the center, all the points on the circle are equidistant. Okay. The circle namely we called. So how it is with the center? So what here, if a center is A, so circle with the center A, what we called it as? We called it as circle with a center A. If suppose center O is there, then how to call? How to say? Circle with a center O. If center is P, then how to say? Circle with a center P. Okay. So now example for circles are wheels. So wheels are in circular shape, and dinner plates are in circular shape, some dinner plates. So then coin is in circular shape. Okay. All these are in circular in shape. So more examples are there for circle, you know very well. Okay. Now next concept, solid shapes. We are going to discuss about solid shapes. What are the solid shapes? So here solid shapes are the 3-dimensional. They have different shapes. All these solid shapes are 3-dimensional shapes. So flat surfaces are 2-dimensional surfaces, 2-dimensional shapes. So these solid shapes are 3-dimensional shapes. So the first one, rectangular prism. In rectangular prism, so what is a rectangular prism? So a prism with rectangular faces. Here if the faces are rectangular in shape, then that prism is called rectangular prism. Rectangular prism. Okay. Rectangle, about rectangle we discuss. Rectangle is a 2-dimensional shape. So then opposite sides are equal and parallel. If the same type, means opposite sides parallel and equal in the faces of a prism, then that type of prism is a rectangular prism. Okay. Now triangular prism. So what is triangular prism? A prism with triangular faces. Triangular faces means top and bottom. Top and bottom in triangular shape, then that is a triangular prism. That is a triangular prism. What is a triangle? Already we discussed about triangle. Triangle is a 3-sided closed geometrical figure. So which has 3 sides, 3 vertices and 3 angles. Okay. So here this is a base is in triangular shape, and this top and base, these two are in triangular shape. So that is why we call this one as a triangular prism. Okay. So this prism is a rectangular in shape. So this one is a rectangular prism. Okay. The next, cube. What is a cube? So a cube is a prism with a square for sides and faces. All sides, all faces are in square shape, then that is called cube prism. Cube prism. So that is in square shape. All the 6 faces are in square shape, then that is a cube prism. Okay. Then after that, pyramid. What is a pyramid? So a figure with a base, that is a polygon. So here it is a base. This base is in square shape or rectangular shape or pentagonal shape or hexagonal shape or hectagonal shape, whatever it is. So that is one polygon. And the sides, these sides are in triangular shape. All the sides, remaining the sides are in triangular shape, then that is called pyramid. That is called pyramid. Pyramid, what is the basic structure of a pyramid? Pyramid base is a polygon and sides are triangular in shape. So when we saw Egypt pyramid, how the Egypt pyramid is, so the base is in rectangular or square shape and sides are in triangular shape. sides are in triangular shape. So that is only pyramid, that is only pyramid. So it is square shape, it is the compulsory that the base is in square shape? No, whatever the polygon it is. If square side is there, then we will get four triangles around the pyramid. If pentagon is there in a base, then we will get five triangles around the pyramid. Okay, so it depends on the sides of the base. How many sides are there in the base, that many triangular faces we will get around the pyramid. Okay, now cone. What is a cone? So cone has circular base. This is a circular base. Cone has a circular base connected to a vertex. This circular base connected to the vertex. This is the vertex. Cone is a circular base. So this circular base is connected to the vertex. This is the cone. Okay. Next one, next solid shape, cylinder. This is also three-dimensional shape. A cylinder has two equal circular bases here. So this is one circular base. In a cylinder we have two circular bases. This is another circular base. So two circular bases, two equal circular bases. So that are parallel. These two are parallel to each other. These two circular bases are parallel to each other. This is a cylinder. What is a cylinder? Cylinder has two circular bases, so which are parallel, okay. So this is our solid shape and it is called cylinder, How many circular bases we have in a cylinder? We have two circular bases in a cylinder and that two circular bases are parallel, okay. Next, sphere. So a figure which curves surface, this is a curved surface. Sphere is having a curved surface which all points on the surface are equidistance. So sphere means, so that football is in spherical in shape. So this like this is a sphere. So this is curved surface, this is having curved surface and which is equidistance from its center. All the points are equidistance from its center. All the points are equidistance from its center. From here to here, the point on the sphere is equal and here to here also equal. All the points from its center to the surface are equal. So this is the sphere. All these shapes are solid shapes are three-dimensional shapes. What are the three-dimensional shapes? All prisms. Either it is a rectangular shape or in cubical shape or in triangular shape. All prisms are three-dimensional and pyramid is also three-dimensional. Sphere is also three-dimensional and so this cylinder also three-dimensional. Cone is also three-dimensional. All these shapes what we discuss in solid shapes, all that are three-dimensional. So plane geometry, plane surfaces like rectangle, square, triangle. So these shapes are two-dimensional. Okay. So this is the difference between two-dimensional and three-dimensional. Okay. Now students, in activity 3, circle the right shape. Right shape we have to circle. Either it is a 2D or 3D. 2D means two-dimensional shape, 3D means three-dimensional shape. Here, so the first one is cylinder. Why it is a cylinder? We have two circular bases and these two circular bases are parallel. So this is three-dimensional in shape. So this one is the right answer. And this is circular shape. Circles are flat surfaces. So then plane geometry. So this is two-dimensional in shape. And this is flat surface. This is closed geometrical shape. This is two-dimensional in shape. Next, this is triangular prism. This is triangular prism. Triangular prism is in 3D shape. Cone, so with a circular base connected with a vertex. So this is three-dimensional shape. So this is flat surface and pentagon, 5 sides. 5-sided closed geometrical figure. So this is pentagon. So this is 2D shape, two-dimensional in shape. Next, so this is cuboid, rectangular in shape, all faces are in rectangular shape. So this is three-dimensional in shape. Next, this is pyramid, so with the base is polygon and sides are in triangular shape. So this is 3D shape. This is 3D shape. So in that way, first you think flat surfaces comes under 2D shapes and the other R comes under 3D shapes. Okay. Now see, in activity 4 some bits are given, so we have to fill these blanks. So in the first blank, a square has dash sides. A square has how many sides? 4 sides. 4 sides, that too equal side. So we have to write 4 equal side. 4 equal sides. 4 equal sides we have to write. Okay. Now a rectangle has dash vertices. Rectangle is also having 4 vertices. How many? 4 vertices. Okay. A triangle has dash sides. Triangle has 3 sides. How many sides? 3 sides. The opposite sides of dash are equal. In rectangle, opposite sides are equal and parallel. In square also, opposite sides are equal and parallel, but basically so opposite sides are parallel in rectangle. Your answer square also correct. Okay. So generally here the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So these are the blanks. Okay. So in your textbook, next is given lab activity. So in that lab activity, so one puzzle is given. So that is general puzzle he has given. So in that what he has given, see in your textbook, Rani started from her home to school. So her home to school one, so puzzle he has given. So using that puzzle, then how to start, so help her to reach school from home. So you start your point from home to school, how to reach. So that way the puzzle, so you do yourself. So this is the puzzle is given the way, so you should find from home to school. Home to school, the way you should find and do your puzzle. Okay. So this is generally very easy puzzle he has given. Okay.